So as I've spent time in prayer over the past few days, trying to pray for the situation that our world is in right now, it's gotten to the point where the attempt to try to pray for everything becomes like almost an overwhelming thing, because there seems to be so much to pray for right now. Like, the question becomes, what and who do we even pray for in this situation? Because there's so much. There are those who are sick. There are those who are the doctors and the people who are doing the tests, the people who are in the government making the decisions, the people who are sick with something else, who may not be getting as much attention as they need because of the attention being put elsewhere, the people who are hit by the economic depression, the people who are on the streets, people who don't get enough food. So many people, it seems like there's so much. Who do we even pray for in the situation, and how can I even pray for everyone? Here's what I'm thinking, and here's what I'm, deciding in two things. That one, we can't pray for everything, because in what we say to God, we are never going to be able to express the depth of our need and the depth of the world's need. For one, because we are only where we are, and we have only so much that we can influence or impact in our direct sphere. So we can't cover everything. But what we can do is look at our surroundings, look at our life, the people that are direct, are close and personal with us, and pray first for them, which would be one, Lord, grant me good health, grant my family good health, and keep us safe, healthy, well. Grant my friends and my family the same, but also for those in our communities. Lord, grant the people in my community to be safe and to be healthy and to be well, both physically, monetarily, in all aspects. And thanksgiving for the government in my general surrounding and for the health officials in my general surrounding. For those people in particular, thank you and prayers for them. And also, especially if you know anyone who is sick with this virus or sick with anything else, to pray for them as well. It simplifies things a lot more when we only need to look at our lives instead of like the global picture, because then it becomes almost overwhelming. So if we can pray just for our environmental sphere, for the things that are most intimate and direct to our lives, then that prayer might be extended beyond. Because the second thing is that, particularly with the Catholic Church, we have this tradition of praying for the intercession of the saints. And this blows my mind. There is a saint that named Saint Corona, who is the patron saint of plagues and epidemics. That is crazy. What we can't accomplish in our prayer, what we can't express or verbalize in our prayer because we are only human beings here on earth, the saints who are now in their glorified form in heaven, who are more direct with God, can intercede on our behalf and express those things in their prayer in a larger way. So what we can do, instead of trying to express everything and trying to pray for everything, is to ask for the intercession of the saints, to ask them to pray for the situation which they are constantly doing on our behalf. And particularly, which is so coincidental, mind-boggling, but not coincidental for God, Saint Corona, the patron saint of plagues and epidemics, pray for us. Pray for this situation. Pray for everything. Pray for the things that we can't express, the things that seem overwhelming to us. The last thing we need is to add to our anxiety within our attempt to pray. that certainly is not going to help anyone, particularly yourself. So leave it to God. Leave it to the intercession of those who can offer these prayers in a more particular way. You can only impact so much, but know that your prayer is powerful and know that your prayer works. So make it intentional to the people that matter and the people that are most direct to you. Offer up your prayers for them in prayers of petition, prayers for intercession, prayers for thanksgiving for the people who are doing the work in your immediate life and your area. But then leave the rest up to the saints and to the intercessors. Saint Corona, pray for us. Leave it up to God. And don't let the anxiety of there's so much to pray for add to your anxiety and your burden. Simply pray for what you can pray for. And pray for the intercession of saints, for intercessors in heaven, for everything else.